afternoon.
All right, good afternoon, guys. I'm here with a beautiful couple from Independence Village, and they almost made me cry. Listen to their story. Their story is a powerful story of a little baby who God gave the name to them to name this baby Ishmael. And if you know the Bible, Ishmael name is a very powerful name. Tell them what your name means.
The name means God hears you.
God hears you.
Yes.
All right, before we go to that story there, though, tell us what is wrong with baby Ishmael.
Alright, so he was born 28 weeks, which means he was really premature, causing his lungs to be undeveloped, really severely undeveloped. He was incubated for about 2 weeks and a half, which caused a little bleeding on his brain because of the too much pressure of the machine. This bleeding now caused what we called hydrocephalus, which is too much cerebral spinal liquid accumulating
In his brain right now.
which is causing pressure and causing his head to expand. And thankfully to the good Lord that it's not at a very emergency state, but they do have a surgery right here that we can do the surgery. However, he needs a shunt, a very low pressure shunt, which is not found here in Belize.
And you guys have checked all the hospitals here in Belize.
Yes, we have.
Local and private.
Yes, we have.
And nowhere in Belize you have that particular shunt.
No, they don't.
Then you have tried other areas,
Yes.
and what happened?
We've tried Honduras and we've tried Guatemala and San Benito Petén, which they do have, but the shunts that they have are expired and they can't use those right here because it can cause more infection to the baby's lungs.
Yeah.
And throughout his body. And well, he's a kid, he's a baby boy fighting for his life from the very beginning.
Right.
And we would want him to be healthy. We'd want him to have life like everyone else, and we're just seeking that help, to find the shunt.
So now, once you have that particular shunt, and the minute you have it, you will take it to the doctor, and the doctors will insert it so they can drain out. Because the purpose of the shunt is to drain off the liquid from off the baby head.
That's right.
All right, that's the reason why the head is a little bit abnormal, because of the fluid buildup.
Yes, that's right.
So the shunt will be there to release that liquid.
Yes, it's a tube that he'll have forever in his body.
But that will stay there forever?
Yes, that will stay there forever.
Oh, I'm
in his
thinking
body.
also a temporary thing.
No, it's something that will stay there because it's right here and it's gonna be inside of his body onto the abdomen, and from there he will be releasing the liquid.
And I've seen from other, because this is not the first baby I met like this. There was one in PG where the head keeps going.
Yes.
If they don't get a shunt,
yes,
it keeps going.
It keeps growing, and if it keeps growing without seeking medical,
Then it creates brain damage as well, right?
Brain damage, yes.
Motor skills and everything else will start, not to function. So this baby, guys, really urgently needs this shunt. All right, in the video I will put a picture of what the shunt looks like. All right, and if you in America, anybody in the States, can help this couple to save their baby life and give them a normal life, the baby a normal life, if you can find the shunt, all right, you can send it to Ladyville Highlights, or you can send it express mail, or if there's somebody coming to Belize on a flight probably the following day, we can find someone coming from the state where you are, coming to Belize, and you can give it to them, and then we get it from them at the airport and bring it right away to Mr. Albert and his wife so that they can take it to the doctor put it in, and Ishmael can have a normal life. Now, I want you to tell the people then how God gave the name for your baby Ishmael. That was interesting.
Yeah. So I was 5 months pregnant, and everybody was asking how will it be, what will be his name.
With the baby on it.
And it was like putting a little bit of pressure on us, you understand? And I remember sitting and laying down on bed with him, scrolling through every names, and something just didn't call our attention any at all. And I told him I want my baby to be named something special, something meaningful. So everything happened. I ended up here since I've been here since September 7th, and I remember it was a Tuesday night. I was under a lot of medications, and I was there in the room on my own. and I couldn't sleep. So I took out my phone and I said, I'm gonna go do my daily devotions and what's that. And I had finished my devotions, and after I finished my devotion, this new plan popped up, which was named Expect the Unexpected.
Right.
And on brackets it had pregnancy.
Oh, for real?
Yes. In brackets it had pregnancy, so that is what called my attention about it.
Wow.
And I sent it to him, and I don't know if he ended up reading about it, but I started day 1 because it has like up to day 5 and it has multiple days. So I started day 1, and the first story is about Abraham's wife's servant, which, you know, if the Bible, they were desperate for a kid as well, right?
And by the way, this is your first child.
Yes, this is
you and your and they were supposed to get married, folks, but because of this sudden unexpected situation with baby Ishmael, the marriage has been pushed back a little more because Ishmael comes first now. Go ahead.
So I was reading, and in the story it says that the wife gave the servant to the husband so they can have a kid, because she was desperate for a kid. So when she was able to have a kid, they started treating her bad, you know. They were jealous.
Bad face.
Yes, so
you got thick now, you got none.
So she ended up running away, and on the desert, God sent an angel, you know,
to speak to her.
And she saw God himself and the angel, and God told her to go back, to submit, to be obedient.
Humble yourself,
right? And she will be blessed upon because of her obedience.
Yeah, like one big thing.
Yes. So sending her there, the angel told her, go and give birth to the baby and call him Ishmael. And the name Ishmael means God hears you. And at that moment, I literally heard someone tell me this is the baby's name.
Then you heard right in the hospital?
Yes, right in the room. I clearly heard someone telling me it's the baby's name. So when I heard that, I started crying, and I remember the first thing I told him when he came to visit me a couple hours before the surgery is that the baby's name is Ishmael. So I don't know how he felt about it or anything.
We honestly both agreed to it.
Yeah. You had no objection to the name?
Yeah, we didn't have that thing. We didn't have no objection, and usually when we they try to pick one name,
battle it out.
We battle it out.
You know, Albert.
But this
time, you done it? By the way, he named Albert, folks. His name is Albert Villamil.
Yeah. So we agreed. When I told him, all he told me was okay, that is the baby's name. So he did agree about it. I didn't ask him at the moment how he felt about the name, but in that moment, feeling anxious about hearing that someone tell me that it's the baby's name, a peace in my heart just came beyond everything. And well, I don't know, from since then I feel like God has been coming up to the name, because he has been hearing us. I mean, I've nearly lost my baby. He was born on a Wednesday, and on Saturday he nearly died on us 2 times right in front of our eyes. He completely stopped breathing. He turned purple. His heart stopped, and the nurses and the doctors had to rush to bring him back. And in that moment, because we were watching them from the window, I told God, you know what, you gave me his name. His name means that you hear us, and I ask you to hear us now. Please not take my child, because if you gave him to me, it was for a purpose. And from since then, he's been fighting, and he has been battling, and he's right here. He keeps breathing, and have him there. Right? So it's just that I want him to have a normal life. I want him to be healthy. I want him to go strong and be the man that I know God has put him here. The only thing that is keeping this baby back now is the shunt. The shunt, yes.
Alright, so folks, they have checked every medical institution in Belize and nowhere have it. They checked surrounding hospitals in Merida, Guatemala, and Honduras. Honduras have it, but it's expired. So now we are reaching out to you folks in the diaspora. There are how many states in America? 55? 52? 50 states. Wherever any Belizean is, if you can help us get this shunt for this baby, we'll be more than appreciative, especially since it was God who gave this couple the baby named Ishmael. So by God's grace and by the strength of God, we know that this baby will live and he will live to be somebody great, like you said, because God
Definitely.
gave him to you for a purpose.
Yeah.
All right, Daddy.
Yeah, and for some reason, from since we've got the name Ishmael, I mean, he's gonna be a light, right, unto many. And the name that God gave us, I mean, the first couple hours before before, you know, my wife's response to it, and the name that God gave her. Honestly, I didn't have any doubt to say, you know what, no, I don't want the name. The first thing that I told her, it wasn't by us that the name was chosen, it was God that chose the baby's name, you know. And so I had, even if I had a problem with it, I cannot say no to it, right? Because by the end of the day, it's a child from God.
That's right.
You know. And so
your contact number, Mr. Albert?
Well, my contact number is 620-3243.
And wife, your number?
630-4946.
630-4946. So you guys, you can call them, pray with them, speak with them, but most importantly, we need the shunt so that baby Ishmael can live a normal, healthy life. All right, so we end this video here now.